Hi, Julie Watts here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to create a page for my art journal using Elizabeth Craft Designs Planner Essentials dies and some Art Inspirations stamps. So I've got on my desk what I think we're going to be using. I've got a plan in my head. Whether it'll happen and be what I expect, I don't know, but we'll just do it together and see. So from Art Inspirations, I'm using the I Love You stamp, which is actually out of stock on my website. I'll give you my website. Here we go, juliawattscrafts.co.uk. I did have it, but you can actually get it over on Leonie Pujol's site, which is the Art Inspirations website, artinspirations.co.uk. So that's the beautiful little puppy dog. My stamp's very dirty because it's very well loved. We're also using the cat's rule, which I do have in stock, and we're going to use Walkies as well. So we're going to create a scene. We're also using the pet pads from Sylvia Allen, again Art Inspirations, which they work really well together. And the base page I'm cutting out, or I've cut out using Elizabeth Craft Designs Planner Essentials 2056 tab 5 with sliders. And do have a look on my video channel because I've got a couple of videos on there to show you how to use the film strip and the slider on there as well. That's part of my my other planner. So there's that, and the paper we're using is from the ECD Grungy wood paper pad. Okay, so that's all we're using, I think. Obviously inks and things, which I need to get some out actually because I've forgotten. Right, so the base page is this tab 5. And this is Grungy wood, really good weight paper. It is 216 GSM, so it's really good weight for its card, really, for your planner base. As I said, I've got a plan, but whether it'll actually happen or not, I don't know, but we'll see. Okie dokie. And obviously the planners are just for you. Art journals, your memory books, they're just for you, unless you're giving say a memory book away as a gift. So it doesn't really matter what happens in there. If it all goes wrong, it doesn't matter. You can give yourself some notes as to what happened and what you need to do next time to get it right. Obviously you can use my errors as learning tools and get it right when you do it. So popping this into a stamping platform, and what I need to do is figure out where I want my doggy from the I Love You set. So I've chosen tab 5 because the doggy kennel has got kind of pointy out bits with the paving in front. So I'm going to have that into the panel there. I need to leave enough space for my reinforcer on that side, so that's roughly where it's going to go. In fact, let's just take the front sheet off because I won't be able to fold over my stamping platform if I've got my full stamps here. The carrier sheets that are printed, the acetate is really a handy tool to use. So you have to unstick all the stamps, which I'll put back later. Yeah, I do have this pet pads in stock on my website, so you can find that there. Put this on here again, the right way round. Do make sure it's the right way round, because otherwise your lining up might not be right. So that's going to go here, like so, plenty of room. So just pop that down there for a second, and then we're going to take our little puppy dog. Of course it has, of course it has. Swipe it with my arm. Let's get the puppy dog off. I hope he hasn't got bits stuck to him because he's been well used. And he's going to sit in there like that. Obviously he's going to look a mess if I stamp the hut around him, so I have actually got a mask, but obviously he's sitting in front, so you want to make sure that he goes in the right place. So fold that over. Don't move, stop moving. It is going to move slightly. I know what we'll do. We can fix this. We can either move that over, which I don't want to do because I want to have it in the corner, or I'm going to just slice a little bit off the side of this acetate, just so I can shut it. Doesn't matter. The stamps are still going to fit. I'm just taking a little bit off. It's my stamp set. I can do what I want with it. So let's line it up again for the third time. Or fourth time, I can't remember. Don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. Right, pick him up. Success! Oh, I feel quite hot after doing that. Right, we're going to stamp him in Nocturne Versifying Clay. This is a brand new stamp, what's it called? Paper pad. So I stamped on it before. I don't know how it's going to take the ink. I have watched some of David's YouTube videos from ECD, so, and he uses pencils and things on it, so I'm hoping that it will be fine. I don't think he's straight. He's not. Oh, isn't it the story of my life? I cannot do anything straight. He was straight at some point. And it's my art journal. Oh, he's just, isn't he just adorable? I'm not surprised this stamp set sold out first. I'm going to do him just a little bit darker. Oh, I absolutely love him. I know this sold out first on Meow's website as well. I'm assuming she's still got him. I don't know. Love. Have I got a bit? This is the thing. When I share my stamps, there's something there on that. Which was this one, yes. Bear with. He is supposed to have a little paw print there. I think that is right. We go with that. Right, okay. Faff. Doesn't have to be perfect. Right, so he's going to go here. And then we're going to stamp. We're going to mask him off. Remember to do that. And then we're going to stamp his kennel around him. His top dog kennel. I don't know if I'll probably do that wonky as well, knowing me. I've never been able to stamp 100% straight, especially when I'm doing it like this, kind of live in inverted commas. There's no editing unless I stop and waste my paper, which I'm not going to do because it's not that important. Right, there's my mask. That's what I need. So a piece of woodware masket sheet. And I've cut him out, so I've not bothered with his whiskers and his curly bits or anything like that. And you need to cut slightly inside the line, which of course you end up doing because you're cutting off all his furry bits. And the mask bit is actually the coloured bit, not the acetate, which is handy because that's the bit that's stamped on. I'll grab his ears. keep the carrier sheet so I can put that back on there and pop it back in with him. And not sure how easy it's going to be to line it all up, but we'll try. His feet. Move that over slightly. I think that'll be fine. Obviously, while the ink is still wet, it's hard to get it to stick down, but that's absolutely fine. That'll do. And now we're going to stamp the kennel around him. So we had him sitting in there, like so. He can be slightly over a bit, which he's going to be a bit. Doesn't have to be slap bang in the middle, because as you know, I can't do anything straight. I think that's straightish. Obviously you're on a bit of a wonk anyway because of the way I'm holding it. Make sure that's all set up. And sometimes you find if it's a really sticky stamp that the mask comes up with it, but it hasn't, because I've used it a few times. And we're going to stamp this with Pinecone VersaFine Clear, which is a dark brown. Just because sheds are normally, or shed kennels, if they're wooden, which is, this is, what? Forgot what I was doing. That's all right, don't worry. I was going to mask off the top there. What we'll do is we'll put a bit of tape on there anyway. Doesn't matter which way around you do it. You can do it this way around, or you can mask it off ink and then remove the mask. Tap, 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 tap. A little bit of Scotch latex tape, and I'm just going to mask off the pointy bit. It'll stick. This is the problem because the ink's wet. Yeah. I'm going to mask off the pointy bit because we're going to have a cat sitting on top of the roof. Because we can. As I said, this is a scene. Something's rattling on my desk. It's probably a pair of scissors. It's quite a big stamp, so I'm giving the ink a chance to settle in. That looks pretty good to me. We'll go with that. And we'll take our mask off the pointy bit. It looks a bit strange at the moment, but it's fine. Bring off a little bit of the ink so I can pick it up and not get too mucky. Okay, and we can take off the doggy mask and reveal that he's sat in front. There he is. Can't see where it says top dog now, unfortunately, but we know he's top dog because he's gorgeous. So I'm putting this back on the carrier sheet, and then I can store it in with the stamp set. So when I want to use it again, I don't have to create another one. And it will stay sticky for quite a few uses actually. So let's bring in our kitty. So the kitty who rules the roofs, because cats are always the bosses of the dogs, or it seems to be. He's going to sit on the top here, like so. I'll make sure that he's not hovering. It's a lot easier when you've got a dirty stamp to line him up. He has no idea that that kitty's up there. No idea whatsoever. He's just sat there concentrating on being absolutely adorable. And I think he's managing that. So we're going to do this in the Nocturne in the black again. You can see I'm quite heavy-handed with ink. Always have been. again. I do like this paper for stamping on, actually. It's very good. Come on, up you come. There he is. And I do like it. Oh, it looks like there's ground already with this paper. I am going to actually ink as well to give it more of a point of difference. Just so we can see what's ground and what isn't. Oh, where's he going? He's going back in his stamp set. And he's got a little bit of string hanging from his hand. And I think what we'll do is we'll give him the fish, the smelly fish, which he's dangling quite naughtily. I don't think this stamp's been used before by the looks of it, which could be a bit of an issue, because I might need to draw a bit of the string in, but we'll see. Take my black again. He's looking very naughty, isn't he, this pussycat? I love these stamps. I've done quite a few pages. I hope people aren't getting bored because I'm doing quite a few pages with it. That's perfect, Julie. Well done. Quite a few pages with these. So you will see quite a few videos with these. I'll just show you how he's holding that. Then we want something going on down here. So what I thought we'd have, as long as I've left enough space, is we're going to have the doggy from the Walkies set. He's running away from something, and I'll show you what he's running away from in a minute. So he's running this way, like that. Let's have a magnet down here. Okay, we'll do him in black. So it doesn't matter that he's not straight, actually. I think we've got away with it. Tap, 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 tap. Rattle, 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 whatever it is that's rattling on the desk. I think it's scissors. I don't know. I do try and move most things, like I move my die cutting machine because that rattles every time I stamp. You can't actually see a lot of difference between the brown and the black. Let's just do them again so it's a little bit darker. Once I add colour to him, then you should be able to see the difference with the background. But I am going to ink the background as well. He's thinking, no, I need to get away from that. And I'll show you what he's running away from. Okay, there he is. A bit darker, that's better. A bit of a wipe, full extent of cleaning. That's Walkies. So he's running away because this naughty kitty's not only just hanging something there, he has also left a stinky litter tray down here. I think that's brilliant. So this is from the pet pad set as well. It's one of the extras. I hope that's straight. We'll soon find out, won't we? It's Julia straight, that's what it is. I love stamps that tell stories. I mean, that's why I like Fairy Hugs so much, because you could do lots of stories with them. So yeah, he's running away from the kitty litter. If I could put a peg on his nose, I probably would. Mind you, I'm surprised that, you know what dogs are like, excuse me, that he's not running towards the kitty litter rather than away from it. Right, so let's find my inks. Okay, found my inks. Yay! We need to do a little bit more masking as well. So I've done the same thing with the Walkies doggy and the kitty litter. So stamp them onto a piece of masking sheet and cut them out, just hopefully within the line. So that's all fit on top of there. And our doggy. Flappy ears, which I didn't quite cut out right, so there's an extra little bit of a flappy bit there, but that's all right. Excuse me, frog again. Gently taking off. It's always stickier the first time. There he is. Might be a bit of a challenge to put down actually, but we'll see. So we've got his paw there. Tail. Not too bad. Okay. And what I've done is I've taken some pieces of watercolour card and just tore them to create wobbly bits, if you like. And I should have done a bit. Do I want a bit of a mask there? I thought I would do it there and there. Oh, we won't bother with the mask with that. We'll just do a little bit of inking, just so that this isn't hovering too much. So this is Mode Lawn Distress ink. Just going to take a little bit. I mean, I'm going to colour it in anyway. So I'll have a little bit over this side. Just around that bit. Actually, I ought to have a piece of kitchen roll underneath because I don't want to get the backside dirty, because I'll be wanting to use that for another project. And kitchen roll, just keep it clean. Right. Let's see if we can get some textures going on. Obviously, I've got the same problem here because I didn't think about masking this off either. Just add some green there and then we get some different layers going on. It's not going on the doggy because I've masked him off. Okay, now we can bring in some layers. Oh, a bit cack-handed. Oh. Stick. So where the ink touches the edge of the card, it's going to be a bit more intense, just like if you were using a stencil. So that's going to give us our kind of, hopefully our layers on this card. Okay, and then let's have a different shape. Let's have this one. So we've got a bit of a gap there. Let's have a bit more green there. Obviously it's on this grey toned paper, so let's just do it. going to have gaps anyway, aren't we? Let's have it like that. The way I was doing it, I was leaving a gap, so I was bound to get grey bits. Noggin. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Okay, and then we'll perhaps turn it around. Okay. Let's have another one. That's better. It's more visible if you were, say, using watercolour card. And obviously we're seeing that design from the paper in the background. I'm not going to go blue on top. I'm going to leave us just with the grey, I think. I'll just do this last little bit. Just a little bit more. Okay. So that's where we're at. Okay. So that'll do nicely, I think. Oh, drop that. Peel off the mask from the doggy and the smelly kitty litter. Obviously the distress ink's quite wet, so it does make the mask wet. I mean, as that's pattern paper, you don't really need to colour that in if you don't want to. I will do some colouring in, but there's quite a lot of colouring in to do, so I'm not going to do that as part of this video. I'll do it and then I'll come back and show you. And then it means I don't have to rush either. It's a bit of anything in a minute. And then we can take the mask off the kitty litter. I think masking's great because it just, everything pops when you reveal the mask. When you take the mask away, I think that's wrong. But okay. So what I also wanted to do was give us a bit of a sun as well. So I don't know where my sun stencils are. So I think we're going to have it coming in from this side here. So this is just one of the circles from the layered rip papers from Sampool. So I'm just going to bring it in like that. And you can ink in it or you can ink outside of it. I'm going to just ink outside of it. So I'm just going to take some mustard seed and just run it around the edge. It'll be quite light. Just to give us a little bit of a sun coming in there, like so. So finally, I do want to stamp a sentiment. So we're going to go back into our platform again, just because I don't trust myself. And we've got quite a few different sentiments we can choose from, actually. So we might actually use some of these. This is Say It With Words. It's a little tiny A8 stamp set, again from Art Inspirations. And we could have What's the Worst That Could Happen? I think that's quite cool. What's the worst that could happen? Let's have that. This naughty kitty. Let's see if we can get it straight. That'll be a first. It looks straightish. What's the worst that could happen? And let's have, from the Meow set, which I'm not sure if I've still got this in stock, let's have Ha 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 Ha. Let's have it down here. Maybe, do you think? Yeah, let's have it there. Let's just see if that's straight-ish. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm not going to touch it. Doesn't know what I'm like. Oh dear. I love these. These are such fun. I think if they make me giggle while I'm using them. So I think if they make you giggle, it's got to be a good thing, hasn't it? Has to be. Because cats are really naughty. It's like not the cat did it, it's the dog did it. Let's see if this is actually straight. We'll soon see. I've already had a bit of wonky stamping. I think that's good. I'm happy with that. Right, I am going to put my reinforcements on now because I've got them and then I might lose them, and I'll put them somewhere safe. There they are. Oh, I'm really pleased with that. I think that looks fab. They make me really happy. I can't say as I won't be doing more pages with these because it's very self-indulgent, isn't it? So I've got some reinforcements here. I've got two different types. Excuse me, it's two different types. I've got this one, which is cut out of some brown card, and I've got this one, which is cut out from some scraps from I think it's the Sentimentally Yours Urban Textures Volume 1. Just a little bit I had left over. So the reinforcers are great for just using up strips of extra bits and pieces. So I think what I might do is actually put the 3 of those up there and the 3 of these down here. I think that's what I might do. And they're both from Reinforcements Pack 3, which I do have in stock on my website. So let's pop that one on there. Might not be straight. It's so hot. It's the 1st of August when I'm recording this, and it's hot. This week has been the hottest of the year so far. At least I've not been making Christmas cards this week. That was last week. So 3 of those. And 3 of these. And this just makes sure that everything's nice and reinforced in my planner. Now that's going on to wet ink, so hopefully it won't come off. Didn't think about that. Because Distress takes a while to dry. Has an open time of about 10 minutes, I believe. So I'll probably colour this in. I might use pencils, I might use pens, I might use a mix of the both. And then I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like and I'll tell you what I've used. So once again, just before I break, juliewattscrafts.co.uk for the majority of the products that we're using, and everything is at the just in the description of this video. I'll see you in a little while. Okay, so I'm back, and I've done a little bit of colouring in. I am actually going to leave, I think, the animals uncoloured because I think they pop quite nicely against the background. I think if I colour them in, they might not be as obvious. So, but I mean, it'll go in my my art journal, and if I decide at a later date I want to colour it in, I absolutely can. So I've just added a little bit of colour to the kitty litter, and obviously I've coloured in the the kennel, and there is an extra little bit of grey on the stones in front of the kennel there as well. And I did colour in the head of the fish. And I've just edged with a little bit of Scorched Timber Distress Oxide. It is a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit empty up there, and I did think maybe I could have, because it says what's the worst that could happen, I could perhaps have a flying owl coming in here, and that could, let's take it off there, like that, and that could be there ready to pinch the fish off the cat. So I did think about that. Again, not sure about it. I would prefer the owl to be coming in this way. There is a flying dragon in the fairy hugs, which I can't put my hand on at the moment because I had it at a workshop. But I know he's coming in that way, but I mean, that's a little bit, you know, it doesn't matter, does it? It's in your journal, so you can do whatever you want to do. I'm very impressed with this paper from Elizabeth Craft Designs, because as I said, I've used watercolour blending brush pens, and I did water them down a little bit for the paving here, and there's no sign of any colour coming through on the back. It's not kind of beveled at all from the water and from the pens or anything, so I'm very impressed with that. So it means I can do something on the back at some point. Yeah, just a reminder, that Grungy Wood paper pad from Elizabeth Craft Designs, it's 216 GSM, really good weight, 12 by 12, and you can see all the wonderful designs there, all double-sided, and you'll find them and everything else I've used except for the I Love You over on my website, juliawattscrafts.co.uk. Do like and subscribe if you're not already. I do love to read your comments, and I would like to see more comments, please, just so I know I'm actually doing the right thing and you are interested. And they will be held, but I'll put them live as soon as I realise that you're not a spammer. And do check out some of my other videos. There are lots and lots of videos on my YouTube channel, and thank you for watching.